Allow me to introduce you to the best sound that you're going to hear in the entire world. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Handheld gaming has come a long way over the years. We have a wide variety of handheld consoles, such as the Switch Lite, the Switch OLED, the Switch 2. How many of these things are there? The Switch is a great console. Some of my favorite games I played on the Switch. As a fan of the Switch, I gotta be honest, these things aren't very portable. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the novelty of the Switch died on me. It's still great to play games on the couch without bothering anyone else in the house, but this is as far as I'm taking it.
Back in my day, portable gaming was actually portable.
Look at this thing. Comfortable to hold, fits right in your pocket. This is actual gaming on the go. Well, it wasn't like this exactly. I think I'm gonna show my age here, but for my younger viewers who might not know, the Game Boy Advance didn't have a backlight, which means the screen didn't light up. It would still turn on, but you had to play under a lamp to see what you were playing. Hello? Is this thing on? Not only that, but these little guys ran on AA batteries. You mean to tell me that these dinky little things could power an entire gaming console? Sure, Uncle Cheese and things, let's get you to bed. This version of the Game Boy Advance that I'm showing off is a slightly modified version of one. The screen lights up, and the handheld itself is rechargeable, but everything else about it is original hardware. Just quality of life changes I think really enhances the gaming experience on the Game Boy Advance. And don't get me started on the gaming experience on the Game Boy Advance. It may not look like much, but this bad boy has a heavy library of games under its belt. I'm talking about iconic classics like Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, the port to Yoshi's Island, Puyo Pop, Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, and I only just list off games that I have in my collection right now. There's still a good handful of games I would like to get my hands on that look amazing on the Game Boy Advance, like The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, Metroid Zero Mission, and Golden Sun. On the topic of games that look amazing on the Game Boy Advance, I feel like I can't talk about that without addressing the elephant in the room, Mother 3. In case you somehow don't know, Mother 3 is the sequel to the hit classic Earthbound. This game came out in Japan in 2006, and still hasn't gotten an official release in the States, and at this point, most likely never will. Unless if someone from Nintendo happens to see this and likes the idea I'm about to give. I have an idea on how Nintendo could release Mother 3 in a way that's playing it safe if the concern is how well received the game would be. And that would be by making something like a Game Boy Advance classic. Remember when they made the Super Nintendo Classic? Yeah, I'm talking about something like that. I love my Game Boy Advance. If they made a Game Boy Advance Classic, I would be first in line for it. Just imagine it. A handheld shaped like the Game Boy Advance, has a backlit screen, is rechargeable, and has 20 to 30 games built inside of it. I'm just giddy at just the thought of it. Let's be honest, the classics versions of the old consoles isn't getting picked up by the casual market. These things are for the die-hard fans. A limited supply of something only Nintendo's biggest fans would have is probably the best way to introduce Mother 3 to America. assuming all the inventory doesn't end up in some scalper's basement. I'm really glad I was able to talk about the Game Boy Advance, and I'm really thankful for you for listening to me yap on about a handheld console for as long as I did. This was my childhood. I remember sitting in the backseat of the car playing my games only a few seconds at a time whenever we passed by a street light to light the screen for that few amount of seconds. I had seen a lot of videos on YouTube lately of people talking about how gaming just isn't what it used to be, and it feels more like a routine than it does about having fun. And when lately there's been a huge push for games that have loot boxes, battle passes, limited time events, I don't blame you for feeling that way. But if you are feeling that way, then may I suggest going back to your childhood favorites? If you missed the good old days of gaming, then revisit the good old days of gaming. Go relive that time where it didn't matter if a game was good, it only mattered if a game was fun. Everyone had a movie or TV show tied in game that you enjoyed. You popped in that Disney princess game and you liked it. But seriously though, go give it a try. Go play your childhood favorites and go feel like a child again. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. Seriously, it's been a long time since I scripted out a video like this. It's been a while since I made a video like this, and honestly, this was a lot of fun to do, and if you want me to do more of it, please hit that like button. It lets the algorithm know that you enjoyed it and helps me a lot, and also kind of just encourages me to do it more if you enjoyed it. And if you didn't watch this video and you made it to this point for some reason, thank you for giving me a chance anyway. Anyway, I'll stop yapping now. I appreciate you giving me a chance. I'm just thankful for you for watching this video, and I'll probably do more videos like this again anyway. I missed doing it. And have a wonderful rest of your day.